What's up to my favorite bunch of beauties? Welcome back to Niecy W Beauty. My name is Denise or Niecy. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see and I hope you consider subscribing. If you are one of my OGs, thank you so much. I appreciate you and your support. This video that I'm doing today is going to be on the menopausal skin changes. I believe in one of my videos last week I may have mentioned that I wanted to kind of get a little bit more into the changes that we experience as we get older, and especially us who have gone through the menopause. If you don't know, I think I have mentioned before, I am 53 years old. I went through menopause, meaning that I had my last period when I was 48 years old, which I feel like is a little bit early. I didn't have, my mother had a hysterectomy, so I didn't have any kind of guideline as to how early or late I would go through menopause, but I was 48 when I did finally cross that other side into the lovely time of my life that is menopause. And with that, I have noticed some changes to my skin. One of the ones that I do want to kind of talk about first is sort of acne and breakouts. Now, I can attribute some of it to the fact that we were in COVID and we had to wear masks all the time, but I have noticed that I have been getting a few breakouts here and there. Now, I went through, sorry, one second. I have to wipe this. Certain things just irritate my soul, and I had a swatch on my hand, so I had to like wipe that off. But when I was around 38, somewhere in my late 30s, I started having like cystic acne breakouts. I had a fantastic dermatologist who helped me through that. And then I went for years after that with no breakout. Menopause, I started getting like those little white heads on my skin that do leave little spots. And believe it or not, the dermatologist told me that most of his acne patients were adults, not like teenagers. Although teenagers can get horrific acne, a lot of his patients, like the majority of his patients, were adults like of a certain age who were having problems with acne. So it's more common than you think it is. We still have like this fight with our hormones, although COVID did have something to do with, because I was getting them like right in that area where my mask was. But the hormones have been outrageously just like completely out of control. So I believe that that had a lot to do with why I was having the breakouts. So if you notice, when you get to that point in your life that you start having breakouts, do know that you are not alone, and it happens to a lot of us. The next thing I want to talk about is dryness and the loss of elasticity. I won't necessarily say that dryness is something that I'm gonna like say that I suffer from in my face. I feel like my face, as far as dryness is concerned, is the same, but other parts of my body have become very dry. I am a diabetic, so that has something to do with the dryness that I have. But I have found myself not being able to just use like one of those regular thin moisturizers or lotions, because my skin just soaks it right up and my skin becomes ashy, flaky, and dry again all over, like especially like my lower legs. And like you just want to kind of pull your pants down so people don't have to see your legs. But I have been using more of the butters than I have lotions. Like even if I go to Bath and Body Works, I will use their body butter in the tube more so than I will use the regular lotion. I've been using, and I've been a fan of Josie Marin for many years, but I'll use her argan oil body butter. I'll use the Fenty body butter. I'll use, I even have one from Trader Joe's, that Brazil nut body butter that they have. Fantastic. And I think that they have that one coming out again. And they have other items also. That's if you can get your hands on it. They've added to that Brazil nut body butter line. So if you have a Trader Joe's close to you, just go and check it out and see if you can do it. Their body butters. I also have a coconut one. Whatever one you can pick up, I say pick it up. They are fantastic. I also use, I'll use the First Aid body cream. I don't think it's a butter. I think it's a body cream, but that one is amazing. So anything that's thicker for me, even for my face, I prefer a thicker cream over one of a thin moisturizer. So even though during the day I'll use my SPF, please remember to use your SPF. I'll use the, and I'm looking over here because I'm trying to think, I'm sorry, the It Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. I think that's the name of it, but I've been using it for years. But I love it because it's thick. It's not thick and greasy. It's thick, but it absorbs right into the skin, and then your skin is still looking amazing the next morning. I also just started using, and I want to get the name right, it's from Pharmacy, and I think it's the Honey Halo Cream. Let me make sure. Let's see. I'm on Sephora. Pharmacy. Yes, it is the Pharmacy Honey Halo Ultra Hydrating Ceramide Moisturizer. And it looks like this. I won't do a screen share. I'll just show you my screen. Let me see if I can get it a little bit closer so you can see it. But I picked it up when Pharmacy was having like a 30% off or 35% off sale. And I absolutely love it. It has a little spoon so you don't have to stick your finger into the cream. And when you come back to that, I use a cream from Tatcha. That is not the water cream. I do use the water cream and I really like it, but there's another cream in a purple jar that's really good also. So I think that my using those thicker creams is helping my skin to sort of prolong the loss, not prolong, but put off the start of a loss of elasticity and dryness. Definitely helps with like my legs, and my elbows are like crazy too. But especially the face creams I'm using, I feel like my skin is doing a better job of staying younger looking, because I try my best to take good care of my skin and avoid, I do have like some fine lines and some fine lines here, but they are very minimal. If you are somebody who is not in menopause, if you are not somebody who is like in their 30s or 20s and you're watching this video, start taking care of your skin now. I can remember, if I go back, using the Anew items when I was in my late teens, early 20s, and my mother telling me I didn't need it. That's not true. The earlier you take care of your skin, the better your skin will look when you get older. And I hope like I'm saying that the right way, but the younger you start, the better your results will be when you look older. And you'll have people saying, "You're how old?" I had no idea you were that old, or I had no idea you had a child that age. That's what you want. So start taking the best care of your skin that you can as soon as you can. And with that being said, I was saying I have a few wrinkles, like fine lines on my forehead. I don't think I have any wrinkles. I have fine lines here. I don't have any, maybe I don't smile enough, but we don't have smile lines here. I have very minimal, maybe not. I don't even think I have wrinkles around my eyes yet. But once again, because of the hormone imbalance that we go through and the loss of estrogen that we go through, here come the fine lines and wrinkles. Fine lines and wrinkles don't really wait until you reach menopausal age. They can start coming in like 20s, 30s. And I feel like the lighter your skin tone is, the more that's true. I don't know what it is. I don't know if melanin has something to do with it. But some people experience like fine lines and wrinkles a little bit earlier. I definitely know that the loss of estrogen has a lot to do with this situation going on in here. And I am not somebody who can or even wants to do hormone replacement. So I am just going to do the best I can and age as gracefully as I can. And I was talking about things that just irritate my entire soul. I still have my makeup on my counter, on my desk from my makeup basket, things that I need to put up. And I am going really off on a tangent. And I had that Patrick Ta blush, and it had like fingerprints all over it. I had to grab my microfiber cloth and wipe that off because that was really, I kept looking down at it, looking back up, and it was just irritating me. So I had to wipe it off. I'm sorry. That's just the person that I am. Another thing that we experience, or one of the menopausal changes that we have, is hyperpigmentation and uneven skin tone. If you are a woman of color, we have hyperpigmentation anyway. So like we tend to have hyperpigmentation here, and like my chin is a little bit darker. But what I noticed more so is that I have like what I call age spots here, and they kind of look like freckles, but they're really not. I believe it's from sun exposure. Whatever you do to your skin earlier in life shows up later on. So because I had a lot of exposure to the sun in these areas, and even my esthetician was telling me when she was looking under the light that she could see sun damage on my skin. Those things show up as you get older. Also, with menopause comes an increase in the production of melanin, which causes like unevenness and like dark spots to appear on the skin. I'm looking down at my notes. I had to like do some research. People with deeper skin tones may experience melasma, which is the development of dark patches on the face. I will tell you, I have a bronzer on now, but like right in these, like I have like these little indentions here on my face, which is awesome because I don't really have to contour, but within these indentations it's darker here. And like I was saying, it's darker here. So even if I don't have a mustache, like I probably need to like get my mustache together now, it's always darker here. So if you see a lot of beauty content creators, they'll put a good bit of concealer here because we just naturally have a darkness here. But if that wasn't you before, welcome to the wonderful world of menopause, because you may start to experience the darker areas on your skin. I even noticed on my eyelids that my eyelids have become darker, which is why it's so much more important to me that I use something like the Prolong Wear Paint Pot. I use it in contemplative state. Just use it to use a shade that's somewhat close to your skin tone, and it'll sort of blank out. But this is contemplative state, but it is perfect for sort of blanking out that darkness on my eyelids and making my eyeshadows look a little bit more vibrant. And most of us who do makeup on a regular basis, we kind of know that little tip and trick. But yeah, so as you get older, things start to get darker. Even I noticed my lips, as I have gotten older, have gotten darker. Like my bottom lip, especially my top lip was always like pretty close to my skin tone or a little bit darker, but like right around in the corners of my bottom lip, it's I don't know if it's, well, it is darker, but it also looks like I'm losing some of the pinkness to my lips. Sometimes I really don't care about it. I'll just put like a lip balm on and keep it moving, but sometimes it really bothers me. But that is also one of the things that happens with aging. You sort of lose, even if you have a lighter skin tone, you'll notice that that rosy pinkness that you had when you were younger, it kind of disappears the older you get. And you get lips that are more close to the skin, the color of the skin on your face. Another thing that happens with menopausal skin is sensitivity and irritation. I would not say, I've noticed more of the closer I get to my eyes, certain things irritate, like certain eyeliners irritate, like the waterline here. I haven't had an issue with like any foundations or anything that I use anyway irritate my skin, but it is something that can happen. Here we go again with your good friend estrogen. Once the estrogen levels decrease, it can make like the barrier on your skin weaker, and it can leave it more prone to being irritated. We just get all of the good things the older we get. So it'll become like a game of trial and error. Even things that you used to absolutely love, you will find that you can't use anymore. Certain moisturizers, certain skin treatments, certain makeup, because now your skin has become sensitive to it and it causes irritation. One second, please. That is my husband. All right, so like I was saying, yeah, things that you used to love, they used to be your holy grails, you'll find later on in life that you try them and they no longer work. I was talking with a friend before, hey Colette, and we were talking about keeping your eyeshadows past expiration dates, and then you'll try them and you'll notice that they irritate your eyelids. So things like that happen as you get older because you don't have that like defense or that barrier that you had when you were younger. So you can thank estrogen and menopause for that one. The last thing, well, not really the last thing, but one other thing that I want to talk about is like your adjustments. Like what I was speaking about just before kind of goes into this. You are going to have to modify your skincare during menopause. So things that used to work for you before, while they may not cause you to have irritation, they may simply not work the same as they work when your skin was younger. You are definitely going to have to add things and change things. Like the moisturizer you used before you were younger, I used a moisturizer because it has something in it that helped me with acne. I can't use that anymore. I will have to use a moisturizer that has hyaluronic acid in it, or use more serums with like hyaluronic acid, or dang it, I can't think right now. Ooh, tea, sorry. Hyaluronic acid, let me see. Oh, ceramides and antioxidants. That's what the things that you're going to be looking for as you get older. Those things will help with the fine lines and wrinkles. They'll also help to sort of combat the things that make your skin age, like free radicals. And also, and I mentioned this earlier in the video, sunscreen is an absolute must. I have a coworker who thinks that because we have a certain amount of melanin, that we don't have to wear sunscreen. That is absolutely the most false thing I've ever heard. And because as you get older, like I was saying a little bit earlier, you lose that barrier to your skin. Your skin is a little bit more vulnerable. You definitely have to have a sunscreen. Broad spectrum sunscreen at that. I want to say that an SPF of 30 or higher is the best thing to use. I go between 30 and 45. Also know that SPF is not a one and done thing. I know there are a lot of foundations that have SPF in it, like I am using today the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, and it has a broad spectrum SPF 30 mineral sunscreen in it, but that is not going to last me all day long. SPF has to be reapplied, or it is only effective for a certain amount of time. Most of the time, I will tell you, I am terrible with reapplying sunscreen. And if I have like a foundation on, I'm definitely not going to be reapplying sunscreen. So it would be fantastic if somebody used, you know how Mally has that, the Evercolor, that little gel that, I don't know why, you know, that's menopause. I can't remember the names of things. But it's like a gel that sort of mats out your, what is it called? The face defender. She has the face defender, and you can sort of press it on and you can get rid of shine. If somebody would come up with something like that with SPF in it for over your makeup, that would be fantastic. Maybe I shouldn't have put that out there, and maybe I should have tried to do that myself. But today is Sunday, June 16, 2023. That idea came from me. I'm going to try to figure that out, because we need something as makeup wearers that we can keep reapplying to our faces. And maybe somebody has it. I'll try and find it. That will keep us safe as far as SPF is concerned. Especially with this, I feel like the sun is hotter now. Global warming is a thing. The UV rays are horrible for your skin, and it can sort of speed up the aging of your skin, and it can speed up or have something to do with your hyperpigmentation. So with that being said, I am going to move on. If you notice, and this is going to be my last tip of the day, sometimes we can try different things because somebody has suggested it for you, like, oh, just use this serum, or just use that vitamin C. Vitamin C can cause irritation to your skin also. Sometimes you just need to seek the help of a professional. I don't go as often as I should, but I do see an esthetician who has sort of guided me towards the things that she thought I did need or didn't need. Like certain things, like I feel like, what does she always ask me? If any retinol products. She's always asking me if I'm using any retinol products, which I am not. I was, but I don't feel like at this point I need it. So she is one who can guide me towards the things that she thinks that I should and shouldn't use. Also, you can go see a dermatologist if you are having any particular skin concerns. Don't try to do it on your own. Always consult a professional. I am not a dermatologist or an esthetician. These are just some things that I have sort of researched and observed as somebody who is menopausal and is having skin issues and skin changes. Also, we may not all experience the same things as we go through this lovely stage of life. It may be one or not the other. Everybody's journey is unique, so we have to take that into consideration also. Just do your very best, get advice from a professional, and just take care of your skin. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you are already subscribed, please make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I have a new video coming out. Have a great week, and don't have a great week. Yeah, have a great week, but have a great day, and don't let your day be a waste of makeup. Bye.